Are you ready?
All right, would you look at that? How's it going, peeps? It's your boy Ozzy, and today we have a very special occasion. Today is the first ever Penalty Box podcast. Today we have a good schedule for you, topic-wise. We're going to be talking, first of all, what's wrong with the Pistons, since most of my subscribers are familiar with talking about that. We also will be talking about Antonio Brown's situation with the Steelers, players all across the sports world not wanting to play the game, but mainly that affecting the NHL, the NBA. But I think my favorite topic of this is going to be talking about AEW. For those who, yes, talking about that in WWE. But along the way, we're going to be telling some funny stories. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys do enjoy, like it. If you don't enjoy, don't like it, I don't care. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. The plan is to do this at least once a week. I don't know how realistic that is. But
I think we can.
Hey, you didn't introduce us.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay,
I have to do the intro first. But follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Link will be in the description. But since I was so rudely interrupted, why don't we just introduce the people here with us? So, first up, you guys will know him from some of my videos. He, excuse me. He, is my brother from Pier 101. Please welcome Lucas. Say hi, Lucas.
Hello.
Tell the people about yourself a little bit.
We didn't rehearse that. This isn't in the script.
There is no script. We're shooting from the hip.
Next.
Okay. So, all you need to know about Lucas is he is going to be something else. So, next and the final co-host, but certainly not least, is one of Lucas's best friends. I don't know if he's his best friend or whatever, but please give it up for Connor. Say hi, Connor.
What's up?
All right, don't sound too enthused here.
Yo, man.
So
Just got done smoking a fat blunt.
Before we hop into this, boys, I should let you know I've had about 3 or 4 Bud Light, so I'm feeling kind of good. I got the whole case with me here right now, and I have 3 shots of Fireball ready to go. So this podcast should get interesting.
Yeah.
So how was your guys' day today?
It was a day.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is getting deep already. I like it.
That was a day.
It's just a normal day.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah. All right. So my peepulation has been waiting for this. Let's hop right into it. So we're starting off talking Detroit Pistons. So guys, if you're only here for the Detroit Pistons, this is the part you want to stay for. I don't care if you click off afterwards. I'm still getting credit for the views. But before, I forgot. I almost forgot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't forget.
What'd you forget?
This video is sponsored by Anchor. Okay?
It is.
You can follow us on Anchor. Link is going to be in the description. You can find us on Spotify. As soon as we get that set up, link will be in the description. And Apple Podcasts. So check all those out. Links to all those will be in the description.
And YouTube.
Duh, they're going to be there, dummy. But this is possible thanks to Anchor. Without Anchor, this would not be possible, and I would probably be not making a video right now. So thank you, Anchor.
We highly recommend Anchor if you want to start your podcast.
It's free. You can have as many people as you want to talk into a podcast, whatever you want. You can make your own ads. You can get paid to do this, and it's free. 100% free.
Right, you get to make your own ads, and you just get to post them, and then I think how does the money thing work?
You get $10 per 100-watt views.
So, I mean, anything you want to talk about, this is a great way to get going. I really do believe this is an up-and-coming app, and it should be fun for the future of podcasting. So, thank you once again to Anchor, and shout out to Bud Light for making this night a delightful night. But Detroit Pistons.
Yo, if we get sponsored by Bud Light.
Not yet, Luke. Not yet.
My population's anxious. They're trying to skip forward. So, because they only watch a little bit of the videos, they don't really watch all of it. So they probably clicked off by now. But Detroit Pistons. Oh, I forgot to put that in the thumbnail. I got to edit that. But Detroit Pistons, nonetheless. They are in a bit of a funk here.
23rd in power rankings out of 30.
Power Rangers.
I wish it was the Power Rangers. At least the Power Rangers could dinkle out a few wins here. But I think through the struggling here, they play the Clippers next in LA. That is what's going to be the game changer for the season. If they win that game, they're going to be in the playoffs. If they lose it, they're out. But they are struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
And statistically, you can look at it in the box score, and you can see Blake Griffin, and you're going to see him like, wow, he's producing. Fact of the matter is, he doesn't play any defense, which everyone knows this who watches Blake Griffin. He doesn't play defense. That's fine. He's going to get you 30 points, but he's also going to let someone score 25 on him. That's just who he is. Can't help it. Andre Drummond is a monster.
Dude, we need to trade him.
I was getting there. Can you just let me finish talking? I'm the host. I set up the questions. You guys just bounce off of it, okay?
Hey, this is a democracy here, okay?
This is
Yeah.
penalty. This is the Penalty Box podcast. There's a reason I'm in the Penalty Box.
Cringe.
A little bit. But, so what do you guys think about trading Andre Drummond? Is that realistic or is it ludicrous?
That's pretty dumb.
I'm not buying it.
I mean, like, Andrew, you're more familiar with the statistics. What is he in rebounds for the Pistons already? Like fifth or something like that?
For
What is he in the
career-wise?
league?
Yeah. All time?
Right now.
Like,
No,
all-time
right now.
Pistons. Isn't he like
Okay.
fifth?
Oh, okay, you guys are asking me two questions here. One,
Lucas, you go first.
Lucas
Okay.
speaking first.
All right. What place is he in for like rebounds with the Pistons of all time?
I believe he is fourth or fifth on that list.
Fourth or fifth, something like that.
and he's-
That's
and he-
crazy.
And he's only 25.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Connor, go ahead.
Crazy. What's his average rebounds per game this season?
I believe it's 15 or 15 and a half. It's pretty close to 16.
That's ridiculous.
Awesome.
And most of my subscribers of the peepulation wanted them.
I don't understand why. I'm not following their way of thinking right now.
From their point of view, the Jedi are evil. But no, they don't think rebounding is important.
That's one of the main parts of basketball, I'd say, is getting the rebounds.
Well said.
Thank you. But I
I might be
mean, if
busting
you're
the
not there
fireball out pretty early.
to get the rebounds, then you're not going to get the points.
Well put.
Man, Connor, were you there when they invented basketball, man? Wow, that was deep, bro.
If you can't get the rebound, you're not going to get the ball, man.
And if you don't get the ball, you can't score. And if you can't score, you can't win.
That's true. That's why you need rebounding.
Okay, but Drummond does more than rebounding.
And he
though.
gets a lot of second chance points, man.
He does.
It's huge.
That comes from rebounding, Luke.
Yeah, I know. The offensive rebounding.
The thing with Drummond, though, is he helps create space. And everyone thinks he clogs up the paint, which he does. But Drummond is a good screen setter, which helps shooters. We don't have any shooters.
Yeah, that's
We
what
don't have
that's what I was going to get to.
without Ish Smith. I mean, we don't have anyone that can penetrate the defense, giggity, and help create shots. Reggie Jackson's a decent point guard. He's not great, but he's not bad. And he's averaging 15 points a game, which is underrated for him. But I feel like watching the Pistons. I'm not sure how much you guys have been watching the Pistons lately because they've been sucking something off.
I haven't watched a game this season.
Don't blame me, guys. But I don't know how much you should be talking about basketball there, bud. But but he's averaging 15. But to me, Reggie Jackson looks like he's scared to get hurt yet again, which I understand. I've rolled my ankles several times. I have bad ankles. I admit that. That's my downfall.
I mean, breaking them too many times.
All
right.
your roll, bud. But like once you roll your ankle,
I broke you too, Connor. I don't want to hear it.
once you roll your ankle, you do get messed up mentally, and I understand that. But real quick before we continue talking about the Pistons, Luke, tell the story about the time you broke Connor's Asian family member. I don't know how they were related.
Oh,
but,
my
but
goodness,
tell
my
that
cousin.
ankle breaker.
Yeah,
Tell that
so
ankle breaker story.
his older cousin, was he like 35, 40?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So we were playing basketball at this park, right? And I did this. I was like coming down the court, we were playing threes.
Okay,
And
real quick. just to let you guys know, this was a diverse group. It was me, Luke, and some little kid versus 2 adults and like a guy at the time was like 15, 16, somewhere around the ballpark. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a well-rounded team for both sides. We matched up pretty well. Continue.
All right, so I'm playing the point guard of our team, right? I'm coming up the court. I get to about like the half-court line.
Okay,
Andrew, he's down in the paint.
pause. What happened was I got the rebound, okay, and I give Luke the out of bounds. What was it? Not out of bounds, but outlet pass. Okay, so I'm right behind him, so I get to see everything. So as we're going up to half court,
Yeah, but you passed me, remember? Because
no, I did not pass you. I was right behind you. I was
because when I
because I was like literally right behind you because I was coming around to set a pick. I didn't get around you yet. I was coming to go around you, giggity, but I was just behind you when it happened because I didn't even get time to set the screen.
All right, so what happened was like I was coming down the court, right, pushing up. I like just crossed half court line, and I was just gonna do like some rhythm dribbles or whatever, and just kind of size them up. And I do this move where I take the ball and I like go like it's kind of like a behind the back and I throw the legs at the same time. So like I brought it behind my legs and push it up. Like okay, so I had it in my right hand. I go behind my leg, bounce it through my legs, get it to my left hand, and I snatched it back. And he looked like Fred Flintstone. Like he goes, do, and he like falls down or
Okay,
whatever.
for one, it's yabba dabba doo.
He goes yabba dabba doo. He has both hands in the air. He takes like 15 steps for someone who can walk like 3 steps, like he's stutter stepping. And he falls on his hands and his back, and he scraped like 3 of his fingers.
I think he broke his finger.
Bone.
I think he did, dude, because I looked at it, dude, and it did not look right. Like, dude,
he broke his finger, and he had this like chunks of his finger like hanging off, and he was like,
disgusting.
He's like, guys,
So
I gotta get off
nasty.
the court. And I was sitting there. I didn't expect it because it was just a rhythm dribble. It wasn't anything crazy. And like he just fell like hard.
the thing that sucks about this is after Luke broke the dude, he passed me the ball, and dude, I was in shock. Okay,
I was
because
shocked. I didn't know what to do.
I
had an open shot and an open drive, and Andrew, you went around like to the baseline. Shut up. Let me tell you.
I didn't go to the
like,
baseline. I was at the 3. I shot
Yeah,
a 3.
you were at the 3, and you went down the baseline because remember I passed it to you, and you missed the layup.
No, I shot a 3.
No.
Why you gotta expose Andrew like that?
I shot a 3, Luke.
No, you missed the layup.
Can I finish? All right. So what happened was after he broke him, he passed me the ball, and I was in awe. I was standing right there at the 3-point line. Okay, and he passes me the ball, dude. And I was just staring at the dude that just fell, dude, because I've seen some pretty bad ankle breakers, but that was up there. So, dude, like I was like on cloud 9, dude, and I took the worst shot I've ever took in my life, dude. Like, it was bad. It was not a layup. It was a 3-pointer.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was like a layup. But like, I remember I was just sitting there. I had my mouth open, and I was just like, dude, what did I just do to this guy? Like, wait, wasn't Jeremy on our team?
No, he might have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was. It's not really relevant, but it was pretty bad. I think I made that guy never want to play basketball again.
That was up there, dude. That was pretty good. But way back in high school, it was my junior or senior year, so I don't know. But we're playing basketball in the gym, and it was a full 5-on-5 game. And my friend was wearing loafers. Bad example for everyone out there trying to play basketball.
Don't moccasins.
Oh boy, that's what loafers are.
Yeah,
Lucas.
same thing, bro. Anyway, not very good for basketball. Okay, so we had gym, but we were already under gym gear. We have our full basketball gear on, ready to ball. Dude, there was this freshman at the time, and we were juniors or seniors at the time, and he picked on him like year after year in wood shop and stuff, just dogging this dude. And the dude was very small, so there's nothing he could do about it. He took his vengeance out on this guy at this time, bro. He hit him behind the back, through the legs. He did the Allen Iverson crossover. He faked one way, paused for a second, and then snapped back real fast. Dude, that was the fastest dribbling move I have ever seen in my life, bro. Like, dude, he was like, boom, like a snap. Speaking of snap, dude, my friend's ankle legit buckled, dude. Like, I thought he broke it. The dude nails a 3, by the way. Dude, nothing but net. My buddy's on the ground just holding his ankle, dude. I thought legit Kurt Angle put him in an ankle lock and snapped him in half, bro. Dude, he was on the ground going, oh, dude, moaning, dude. It was bad. He didn't break it, but, dude, it was pretty bad.
He made Connor do the splits once. It wasn't really like a full split, but remember that, Connor?
I do not.
It was
Of
the same
course you
day
don't. I
Dominic
don't
broke
recall.
me without the
I would
ball.
admit it if I did, but I don't remember that.
It was the same. It was the same game. Dominic broke me without the ball, and it was when I made Dominic slip up too. That was a crazy game.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah,
So I think I was making
and
my
then I think
threes
he
that
broke
day.
Joseph after that too.
All
I
right,
think it might have
well,
been wet though. I think that was a bit.
you guys want to get back to the Pistons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So realistically, guys, what are the Pistons missing?
I think. Can I go first?
Sure.
You're the only one talking, so go ahead.
I'm thinking they're needing a shooter at this point, with trade deadline coming up. They're 29th in 3-point efficiency.
Holy shit! Would you do Google all this stuff before we start talking?
I'm thinking. All right, so I have like 4 people. I have 4 people of who they should get. I'm
Lay 'em
thinking
on me.
Terrence Ross, Wayne Ellington, Rodney Hood, and Courtney Lee. Those are my 4.
I would like all of those except for Courtney Lee. And technically, realistically, those are all decent trades that can
I think
actually
Terrence
happen.
Ross is a big one to go for.
I like that move. I told Luke at the beginning of the season we played the Magic, and I believe we were eating dinner, so Luke was watching it with me. He usually doesn't watch too many basketball games with me, but I was like, dude, we need to go out and get that guy. And he ended up having a pretty big game against us. That's a Dwayne Casey guy.
Love Terrence Ross.
Luke, for those of you who don't know, Luke's a Raptors fan, so he's familiar with Dwayne Casey.
Like 20 words that you cut me off.
No. It's the beer, dude. I'm very talkative when I get alcohol on me. So shout out to all the hosts.
I've been a Terrence Ross fan for years. When he used to play on the Raptors, I used to, I loved him there. And I was really sad to see him go.
Has it been 20 words yet?
What?
Continue.
No, it's okay. Let's go.
I was just messing with you, bro.
But I was sad to see him go. But he's still doing pretty good. And if he comes to the Pistons, that'll just be a great fit. Good shooter, good flasher, just good all around.
For those of you guys who don't know, which if you haven't, you must be living underneath a rock. Bradley Beal is available in trade offers. I think they said they want 2 first-round picks, but usually when teams come out and say they want 2 first-round picks, they only want 1 and a decent player. Do you think the Pistons can make a move on that?
Reggie and a first-round pick. Boom.
Okay, but here's the problem with that, okay? Reggie has a super bad contract, and he's only averaging 15 points a game. If he was averaging 20, it'd probably be a little bit easier to move. But why would they take Reggie Jackson when they have John Wall?
John Wall's injury prone.
He's a what?
He's injury prone.
It sounded like you said prom.
He's a prom girl, yeah.
Okay. I don't think we can really move Reggie unless someone is going to buy him out, which is possible. But I think Reggie's going to be pissed until his contract's up, which I think is 2 or 3 more years. So,
shit.
I don't think he's going anywhere, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. He has his moments.
Get rid of Reggie Bullock.
Okay, here's the problem with that. Reggie Bullock's inconsistent, but when he's on, he is on. Kind of ironic that I said that, but back to Reggie real quick. Reggie is best in the fourth quarter. There's just something about him. He's got that clutch gene where he thrives in the fourth quarter. He plays hero ball, which does have a plus and a negative to it. Rather, he turns the ball over or takes a stupid shot. But he plays the best in the fourth quarter. And Dwayne Casey keeps playing Jose Calderon in clutch situations. Shout out to Jose Calderon. I've been dogging this dude for a couple of videos now. But I just think the problem with Casey right now is just rotations. You got some guys out there who aren't trying very hard at defense. And that might be because of Blake Griffin. It might be getting contagious. But there's just something about this team that they're not trying very hard.
Yeah, I do agree. Because, when I do watch the games, when we're eating dinner and stuff, they look so lazy out there. It's kind of ridiculous. They'll just let them fly from the not the 3-point line, the free throw line, get a rebound, and get a second chance point. And, they're not even trying on defense. It's really sad to see.
The problem also is on offense. We are not doing very well on offense. we do pretty well to start the game out. The ball flows through the offense. Everyone touches it. Everyone gets involved, and everyone scores often. When they take Reggie Jackson out, it becomes Blake ball, which kind of reminds everyone of Carmelo Anthony, where they just give him the ball in the ISO situation, point line, and he just legit backs them up from the 3-point line, and it's not very good. Jose Calderon is out there for a body. He can't play any defense. The guys we have out there can't score. It's a bad situation for Blake to be in just because he's getting doubled and triple teamed, and when he passes it out, it's just a brick. So I just think the Pistons need to add depth. I think they need to start playing some of the younger guys. We have some potential on this team. There's no excuse for the team not to be a playoff team. But at this point in the season, we would be lucky to be the 8th or 7th seed. And at this point, that would be a huge turnaround for this team. But I don't know, man. I really don't know what the answer is for this team. Maybe it's just patience. Maybe we thought this team was going to be better than what they were. Maybe we just need to wait till next season. I don't know. I really don't. But if we're not going to make the playoffs, you need to tank and tank now just to get a decent draft pick. But I don't see that happening. We're going to try to fight hard and make the playoffs.
So if they don't make the playoffs, Andrew, what do you think the future is going to entail for them?
Well, we're going to get some cap back. We're still paying Josh Smith's contract right now. And I do believe that is either up after this season or next season. And within one of those 2 years, we get $40 to $50 million back to spend on player contracts. So we will be able to sign a decent shooter to solidify that offensive mishap that we're having. And rather, if you get one solid shooter or more bench depth, at this point, we really need a point guard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a veteran point guard who can help run the offense. If we don't do good and get a lottery pick, I expect to trade that. And if it's a good one, you can package that with one of these bad contracts. And someone can get a good draft pick with a bad contract. It helps you out, helps them out. It's a swap, but I think they're going to make the playoffs. They're just too good not to make the playoffs. They're just in a funk. Again, like I said, they play the Clippers very soon in LA. It's Blake's first game back in LA. If they win, they make the playoffs. That's my bold prediction. If they don't, they're not going to make the playoffs. So it's a must-win game, in my opinion. All right, I think that's pretty much all we got to talk about for the Pistons right now. For those of you guys who are still listening and Pistons fans, I've just been making one Piston video after another, so go ahead and check all those out. Let's talk about the topic I think I can talk the most about.
AEW.
AEW. All Elite Wrestling. Brand new brand here, boys. And I am super excited. For those of you who have not heard or aren't big wrestling fans or, like me, have stopped watching WWE and wrestling in general, brand new promotion. The owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars is running it, okay? So he's a billionaire. Only problem is he's got a weird mustache. I don't trust people with those weird mustaches. They signed Chris Jericho, probably the biggest name they could have signed from WWE. They have Cody Rhodes, who's a former WWE superstar. Their first pay-per-view, I think it's a pay-per-view. I don't even know if it's a pay-per-view. It just might be free. I don't know how it works yet. It's a brand new thing. I'm still learning as it's going. It's going to be in March.
May.
Is it May?
May 25th.
Oh, okay.
At the MGM.
Okay, look at that. I'm getting fact-checked by some jabronis. So how about that?
Hey, I have something to add.
Go ahead.
They also hired former WWE superstar
Billy Gunn
as a producer.
Wow, nice.
He's also young enough to have a wrestling match if they're in a pinch. So that could be a cool storyline.
I can see that in the storyline.
There's some rumors going out there that they can sign some more WWE superstars whose contracts are expiring. One of which is Dolph Ziggler.
Can I cut you off for a second?
Go ahead.
All right, so before we say who they have a chance to sign, I want to talk about who we want to see, like, go there. Like, if everyone, just like one or two WWE or former WWE superstars that they want to see on AEW. I was wondering what you guys are thinking about that, because I know two people I want to see go there.
Well, go first.
All right. So obviously, one, Ryback. I thought Ryback was really cool when he came into the WWE at first.
Giggity.
And I was like, man, this guy's pretty cool. And he ended up leaving WWE in, I think, 2016. So I'm kind of sad about that. I thought he was...
Real quick, interesting fact about Ryback that AEW is offering. The reason he left was his contract. He wanted health insurance on his contract, and they did not give it to him. Yeah. AEW is offering what Ryback wants, so it's a perfect fit.
And I listened to a podcast with Ryback on it. He was talking about why he left, and he said that, like, Vince is like a nice guy and all, but he kept lying to him, like, about when he was going to get his pushes and stuff, and he had to, like, job to people. So he was like, all right, I'm done, but I'm not going to push me. They're going to keep lying to me. I'm done. So he left. Hopefully he'll go to AEW. I like seeing him wrestle. Another person I want to see, I heard Dolph Ziggler, his contract coming up. And I really want to see him go there, too. I like him.
Another thing, it's kind of the same situation with Ryback there, dude. One month he can be going for the WWE title, and the next week he's losing to some guys you never heard of. So there's been some speculation that he's not happy there and wants to go to a different brand. AEW, dude, has only been operational for a couple of days, officially. And it has hype. Real, legitimate hype. I would love to see CM Punk come out of retirement and go to AEW. You know, he's got his problems with Vince, which is cool. Would be a big F you to Vince McMahon and WWE, because he's going to draw some tickets. Like, him and Chris Jericho will draw some tickets to AEW. You will know is legit. It would be awesome to see. The other one I would say, just off the top of my head, without even putting any facts or legitimacy to it, is Goldberg. You would get someone who's just wrestled, and he's only going to be able to wrestle for maybe a year or two. He's old. He wouldn't wrestle every week.
All right.
But again, that would add some credibility to you being able to sign some people. And again, a ticket drawer, dude. He's going to get people to come in, buy merchandise, buy pay-per-views. People know him. People love him. So I think it would be just a perfect fit. Really, I do.
What about you, Connor? Anyone you want to see go there?
You know, I don't really watch it anymore, but I want to see Hornswoggle come back.
I knew he was going to say someone stupid, bro. I didn't know. And the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman would be cool, honestly. Yeah, those are my two. I just don't really watch wrestling anymore.
I legit. Hold on, let me open this beer. Have not opened a beer in like 5 minutes, but that was not what I was going to say. I legit have not watched wrestling consistently in a good 10 years. It's kind of sad.
Pay-per-views here and there.
Yeah, I mean,
WWE just fell after the 90s. It was crazy.
So let me transition into this while we're talking about it. If AEW wants to be serious competition to WWE, what do they need to do to be successful? So let's say their talent is good right now. Like, if they have everyone they need to do or be to compete with WWE, what's something that you want to see them do that would help them become equal, if not better, than WWE? Like, for example, WWE right now is PG, and that throws a lot of people off. But I think if AEW has a PG-14 rating, like they did back in the Attitude Era, where they can cuss, I feel like wrestlers need to bleed to tell a good story. After they had like a no disqualification match, a Hell in a Cell, whatever, blood needs to be involved into that. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to bleed, and it doesn't have to get crazy like some of these matches did. There won't be any chair shots to the head, just from a medical standpoint. We all know how serious that is now. just from the improvement of technology and medical staffing field is grown tremendously. So no more like dangerous stuff. No wrestling business is going to do that. But you don't need any of that to be entertaining. Swearing, and I'm not saying like dropping F-bombs, but ass and bitch need to be said every once in a while. I mean, The Rock and Stone Cold's catchphrases, they all had swear words in it. So I think having a more mature rating would help this get off to at least a better start.
Yeah, agreed. Another thing I need to do is like just having like a good story to go with the wrestling.
That's what I was thinking.
Like a lot of the newer stuff, the stories are kind of lame, and they've been trying to do the same thing every like couple years. They get a new guy like Roman Reigns, see authority like they do with Stone Cold, but it's just never going to be the same as it was with Stone Cold and Vince, because it was like the first time we seen it. It was like the beginning of a new thing, and it was perfect. And they've tried to do it a couple times, and it just hasn't worked out. So hopefully they can do some new interesting stories to like really get it going and like catch people's attention and such.
Excuse me. Another thing. They held the rally to promote AEW in Jacksonville, where the owner from the Jaguars is from. They were just right in front of the stadium. It was held approximately 3 blocks from where SmackDown was being held. And SmackDown and Raw aren't live anymore. So they were just shooting it out there, and you just hear fireworks going off. So SmackDown knew what was going on. But at the rally, they're selling all their T-shirts and whatnot. Everyone who went to SmackDown that was at that rally had at least some merch. I don't know if they were giving them away for free or charging people for it or whatever. But they would not allow people with AEW merchandise to come into SmackDown. So that's going to turn some people off.
Right.
If AEW just lets you come in there with wearing whatever signs you want to bring, that's going to be a fan-friendly environment, okay? Now, of course, you don't want to show anything offensive that's going to affect someone that's watching it. You don't want anything racist showing on any signs. But, I mean, at the same point, you kind of want to let the fans express who they want to root for. Because I feel like WWE makes you root for Roman Reigns when he's on there.
Right.
So I think AEW, if they were smart, would just let the fans be fans. That's what helped Stone Cold and The Rock become what they were, because they weren't really given much, man. I mean, they were given their characters, and they helped make it who they were. But the fans are what made them, and without the fans, you're not gonna get over. So there's just some simple things right there, right off the bat. If you're just thinking of WWE competition, you just gotta do what WWE's not doing. Another thing that AEW can do that would help WWE kind of realize that they're messing up is a prime time TV spot. As of right now, all they are doing is just streaming on YouTube, which, from what I can tell, they got a pretty good viewership from that rally or whatever. But from what I heard, they're in talks with TNT and TBS to get a primetime TV spot, which would be huge. That would mean that the cable network provider thinks they're legit and that they can draw millions of views. WWE only averages 2.5 million viewers for Monday Night Raw. That's the lowest it's been before the Attitude Era. Now, I'm not sure how much of that's due to their streaming service, but that is god-awful in WWE's eyes. Now, for a normal TV show, that's pretty good, but for WWE, it's pretty bad.
All right.
For a rival to get another TV spot, I don't know if it's going to be on Mondays or not. Starting off, I do not think they should be on Monday. Monday and Tuesday, you got Raw and SmackDown. I would do it Friday night. No one works usually Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I'm sure a couple people do. But that would be a good time for everyone, like, oh, man, we can come home, relax, just turn on TV, and boom, there you go. They also need to steal some talent from WWE. I think they should throw a lot of money at Seth Rollins.
That's what I was thinking.
Was it? Then why didn't you say it?
What?
What?
Well, I was gonna say Seth Rollins before you said Boogeyman. Then you said Boogeyman, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
You know who they should hire? Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
Pretty sure Hulk Hogan's like 80 years old, dude.
Yeah, I just don't see that working
Oh,
out.
but
I mean,
Boogeyman's okay.
as like, I mean, if Hulk Hogan wasn't there to wrestle, but he could be like part of the storyline and everything, that would work.
Yeah. I think another thing AEW's got going for them is like they can be like a competitor against the WWE, because like if you're in the WWE, you have a contract and like you're not happy, like you can quit, but where else are you gonna go? Like, I mean, yeah, you got like TNA, but there's like no other big professional wrestling like platforms to like go and like get seen and stuff, because WWE kind of has like all the power in that. They're somewhat of a monopoly in the wrestling entertainment industry, and they just kind of like, you don't want to work for us, you're not going to get a good like high paying job anywhere else if you want to like wrestle. Like this is the spot, this is where you have to be. And if AEW can like rival that, I think a lot of people will go over there and they can actually find somewhere to like get attention still, and still like get what they want in the entertainment industry.
You know what's funny about the whole situation is Chris Jericho. Vince McMahon gave Chris Jericho permission to go wrestle in Japan. And now the reason he wants to go to Japan is because he has a band called Fozzy, and he wants to work on his music and wrestle at the same time. And New Japan let him use his own music as his entrance music. So he created a new gimmick. He was still called Chris Jericho. But he's over there wrestling. He's been there about for maybe a year, maybe not even. And he wrestled a guy named Kenny Omega. And he helped draw tickets into New Japan to help discover this guy. And from what I hear, WWE has offered Omega a super big contract, like huge. Okay, if he goes to AEW, they would have some serious up and coming potential. That can be superstar names. Okay, I've seen the highlights of these matches between Chris Jericho and Omega, and they're pretty darn good. That might have been one of Chris Jericho's best matches of his career, and he's had some good ones.
Wow.
It was really entertaining, dude. And you're going to bring that to a place where not many people have seen Omega in America. So they may have heard of him. I know you guys haven't heard or seen of him. But he is good. He would help tremendously in making AEW equal to WWE.
Another person that we forgot about that's on AEW, we forgot to mention
Neville.
He's in there too.
Oh, yep.
And he was never really my favorite.
Super talented.
He changed his name, though. He changed his
He's,
name.
I can see him doing something over there. I just never thought he had much of a personality myself. But he's pretty athletic, and maybe they'll give him a push and make him right.
You're going to see, after the first year in AEW, if it does well, more people switch swapping between shows. Right. You're going to see people from AEW go to Raw, and you're going to see people from Raw and SmackDown go to AEW. It's just how it's going to work. I mean, I am curious to see who's going to be the next Christian of the situation. Christian, towards the end of his first run in WWE, was fighting for the Intercontinental title. But they didn't want to renew him, or he felt like he was better than what he was. So he went to TNA, and he won the TNA championship a couple times. So that way, when he came back to the WWE, they had Raw, SmackDown, and ECW going on. And he was able to win the ECW championship a couple times. And then after they shut down the ECW, he won the World Heavyweight title and the WWE title and all that stuff. But no, I don't think he ever won the WWE. He won the Heavyweight title. So it kind of helped make him a main eventer. I'm curious to see who that guy's going to be from WWE going to AEW. Who becomes that main eventer? And maybe it's Cody Rhodes. Maybe it's Cody Rhodes right now. I don't know. Go ahead.
I think Dolph Ziggler will be that next guy. I bet he'll bounce back and forth a lot.
But Dolph Ziggler's already won WWE's big belt. I'm talking about the guy in WWE who's never won it and is going to go to AEW and win theirs.
Yep, I see Cody Rhodes as good potential for that.
He was a talented wrestler in WWE. He just never got a push.
He was tag champion a couple times.
Yeah, we watched him with Legacy. But I think Randy Orton helped make him a better wrestler.
Yeah, definitely.
But you got to think about
when he changed to Stardust and partnered with Goldust.
Yeah, it was
he was
cringy.
also in New Generation with
that was very
Ted DiBiase
cringy.
and Randy Orton, right?
Nigga, I just said that.
I know.
Bro.
Randy Orton would be kind of cool if he went over to AEW.
I think Edge isn't that old, is he? Edge can come back.
Edge can't wrestle medically.
Oh.
Kurt Angle.
He ain't going nowhere. He's staying in WWE. He worked too hard to come back to WWE.
Yeah. He looks goofy now anyway.
I just really hope my overall goal for AEW is to become better than Raw, to recreate the Monday Night Wars. Because I think if AEW does well on Friday night and they start getting more and more viewership, then they can compete against Monday Night Raw and make it a rivalry, which would help make WWE better. I think WWE is just missing some attitude. Attitude Era needs to be unleashed, untapped. You've done it once before, Vince. Learn from what you did well and make it better. And during the time, Attitude Era did some really bad stuff. Not all of it was perfect. Just try to eliminate the bad, and WWE could win this war again. But, dude, the way the momentum in AEW's favor right now, they're doing everything the fans want. It's going to be a slaughter.
You guys want to hear something crazy?
Go for it, Stephanie.
What if Vince is behind all of it? Vince actually owns ACW.
I was just thinking that. Like, what if he set up AEW?
You guys were planning that before we hopped into this.
Well, no, I just thought about it. I was like, what if it's just like Vince McMahon came up with AEW and he's like trying to make WWE and AEW clash.
All right. It's like a big planned story. Just has it ready.
And that's how he's going to get WWE to come back. Honestly, if they brought back the Attitude Era, I'd start watching it again.
I'd watch it every week.
Well, even after the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, where John Cena and Edge were really the main eventers. And then on SmackDown
and Batista.
Yeah, but most of those guys were just filling spots. And SmackDown, you had Batista and Undertaker, and it was still really entertaining. They didn't really say so many swear words. Edge was really the closest thing you had to an Attitude Era superstar, but the wrestlers were still good. They still told good stories, and it was still entertaining to watch. But you get past 2009, and it got so bad, dude. Like, I wasn't even that old, and I couldn't watch it anymore. Really couldn't. It was bad. I can't remember the last full episode of Raw that I watched. That wasn't an old episode of Raw.
I tried watching the 1000 episode of SmackDown. Couldn't get all the way through that without skipping through half of it.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on SmackDown, dude. I didn't watch SmackDown that much when I watched WWE in 2009. So, dude, there's no way I can recall the last episode of SmackDown that I watched. Not a chance.
I think the last cool thing in WWE that I watched, besides what I'm watching on the WWE Network, I'm talking like currently. What was it? What was the pay-per-view we were watching under when Triple H and Shawn Michaels fought Undertaker and Kane?
Crown Jewel.
That was the last. I don't even think we watched all of that, did we?
Nope. We just fast-forwarded the DX versus the Brothers of Destruction.
That's not true. I watched Kurt Angle fight Dolph Ziggler. That was pretty interesting.
Okay. So let me say this before we change topics here, because I don't know how much longer you guys want to talk about this one. I think once AEW gets up and running and they start to get some viewership, right now WWE has two different shows, main shows, I should say, and Raw and SmackDown, both separate rosters. And I think that's initially what made wrestling so bad, is when they did that. Because after a while, in like 2004, 2005, they just weren't as deep as they were a couple of years ago, where they needed two shows with different rosters. I think they just make one big roster with a bunch of superstars on it, and that will help WWE try to fight back. I just don't think they're deep enough to have two different shows with two different rosters.
Especially right now.
And you're going to lose some people to AEW once that gets going. It's just inevitable. So I just think that will be a WWE turning point. But then again, though, it's going to hurt WWE because how many times are you going to do that? They've done it a couple times where they're going to unify the belts, and then a couple of years later, they're going to ununify them and make two different belts. I mean, it's going to be kind of the old same blue ha-ha thing. All right, let's take a break, and let's talk some funny stories. Just recently, Luke went over to Connor's house. You guys know where I'm going with the story.
Best story ever.
Who wants to tell it?
Can I tell it?
You may.
Yeah,
Can I do the honors?
You may, Connor.
All right. So, it's a Saturday morning, and
How was
I'm
the
off
weather?
to work. It was decent weather. It was winter, but it was good weather. And I was getting out to work. It's like 12 o'clock, noon. So we leave, me, my mom, and my other two friends, and we're like all the way down the street. And Lucas left after us. So we're driving down the street, and I pull out my phone, and I'm getting this call from Luke. I answer it, and he goes, "Hey, can you guys come back to the house?" And I'm thinking, all right, yeah, he probably left something in the house, and he can't get back in. So I was like, all right, yeah, sure, why? And he goes, I ran over your mailbox. I just didn't know what to say. I said, oh, okay. And so I said, Mom, we need to turn around. And so after that, I look at my phone. I see I have 2 text messages from him. And the first text message says, come back. And the second text message says, now. And I'm like, all right, he's serious. So we get back, and my neighbors have their Jeep with like
had a tow cable on it.
Yeah, a cable. And they have it like, Lucas is on top of my mailbox. His car is on top of my mailbox.
My car
back wheels off the ground.
It was completely stuck.
Back wheels off the ground. My neighbors are probably like, oh my god. But she's got her Jeep out there. She's pulling this mailbox from out under the car, and they're trying so hard. Later, I found out she was actually like super excited that she got to use her Jeep for that.
Moral of the story, very quick, is Luke is bad at pulling out.
So, yeah, that's a story.
I mean, it still works. It was still put up. There's a big old. Like,
we put the mailbox back up. We put a rock under it. It's up and stable.
I don't know if you can do this, like when you edit this. But Connor, if you can, send him the picture of the mailbox.
This is getting near the hour point, dude. I don't know how much editing I want to do. to be honest with you, like it's gonna be hard to find this point. I guess
48-minute mark, dude.
I'll see what I can do. No promises.
All right.
Can I bring up the Antonio Brown topic?
Yeah. Oh, we don't want to tell any more funny stories? Okay, go ahead. Luke.
We'll end it with another story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll end it with
another.
All right. So, the rumors about Antonio Brown wanting to trade, the Steelers aren't working for him anymore. What are some big teams that you think he basically, yes. What are some big teams? What teams do you think he has potential to go to?
The Lions is a legit contender to get him. Okay. You want me to explain?
No. Explain it.
Okay. So the Lions have the 8th overall pick in the draft, and I don't feel like they really necessarily can get a difference maker on either side of the ball with the 8th overall pick. The 8th overall pick is a good quality pick, but I just feel like they would have been in a better position to have a 1 through 5 pick in the draft. So I'm looking for them to move that. Marvin Jones has a great contract for a receiver. Now, I believe Juju will be undoubtedly the Steelers' number 1 option at receiver. So I would package the 8th overall pick and Marvin Jones for Antonio Brown and maybe a 2nd or 3rd round pick. And it's a win-win for both teams. You give Stafford a legit receiver who was proven, and you get Kenny Galladay on the other side of the ball, who had a good season, over 1,000 yards receiving. You get to see them become Stafford's one of his go-to targets. But Antonio Brown would be a huge name, and he would help fill that hole that Golden Tate is voiding. And he's really a mix between Golden Tate and Marvin Jones, just dialed up to 10. He's a different kind of player. He would help the offense. Kenny Galladay, Antonio Brown open up the field for Kerryon Johnson and make the running game better, and that would help fix the offense for the Lions. Steelers side of the ball, they get Marvin Jones and the 8th overall pick, so you can maybe take a quarterback with that to help get Big Ben's replacement, because he's only maybe got 2 years left in the league approximately, and you get another solid receiver who doesn't have an ego and help make that offense a powerhouse.
Can we have a realistic one though?
It is realistic.
All right, Luke, let's hear yours.
Let's be honest, all right? Antonio Brown will not come to the Lions. That's just a fact, all right? That's not
He
happening.
played at Central Michigan. It's possible.
You know, something I want to see happen. I doubt it will. I think if he went to the Bears.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the Bengals or the Chargers, to be honest with you.
I mean, if
so that came out of nowhere, so I'm glad you came out of nowhere in that one, okay? I'm good. Continue. I'm sorry.
But I think the Bears would be like a good. The Bears are a for real team.
Don't have a quarterback.
Can I? You know what?
No, you wanted to poop on mine. I'm going to poop on yours.
The Bears are a for real team. And I think if they get Antonio Brown, it'll be one piece closer to winning the Super Bowl in like the next 2 to 3 years. All right.
So what?
I mean, they're close enough this year.
Yeah.
What would the Browns have to get up? Or not the Browns? Yikes! Ooh, I've been drinking too many beers.
Honestly,
what would the Bears?
Wouldn't be a bad move either, man.
What would the Bears have to get up though, Luke?
Huh?
What would the Bears trade?
I don't really know that much about the Bears roster, but maybe they don't have a quarterback, so I don't really know what they'd give up.
All right.
You were unprepared for that question. All right, Connor, what's your deal?
This is somewhere I wanted to see him go.
So not gonna lie, my thoughts on it were actually the Lions too, and it's actually a lot of people's thoughts of where he's gonna go.
Suck it, Luke.
I agree with Andrew highly. I think the Lions are a good spot for Antonio Brown. But the odds, the Falcons, the odds, actually, they have a 4-1 chance. The Lions come in second, though. Do you guys think him and Le'Veon Bell are gonna try and get on the same team, or?
Well, here's the thing, okay? Le'Veon Bell's gonna be a free agent, so Le'Veon can go wherever he wants to. Antonio Brown has to get traded. I don't think the Steelers would trade him to the AFC, because I was really considering the New England Patriots. They really need a receiver, but I don't feel that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to trade him to the AFC. So he's going to go to the NFC. I think the Eagles are a fair game. I think the Cowboys are fair game. There's a couple of teams. I like the Falcons odds. If you get him and Julio, that would probably be the scariest wide receiver duo in NFL history. Just imagine playing that team on Madden, dude. Like, that's going to be like on crack.
But I like your Eagles thinking too, because if you put him with Carson Wentz or Nick Foles, that's.
Well, I was just thinking Eagles because they're probably going to lose Golden Tate in the offseason. I don't think they're going to re-sign him. I think that would be a good move for the Eagles. I really do. Cowboys like spending money. He'd be another big name for the offense. That would be dangerous. Tampa Bay would be a good one.
But like, I don't know if are they going to have like enough money to get him? Because they're going to have him, Golden Tate, and
Golden Tate's contract expiring
right
this offseason, so that would be off their books. If they tend to re-sign him, that's on them. I don't know what he's going to want.
Well, he did this one in the playoff game, so
the Steelers have
go ahead.
The Steelers have a 7-1 odd of getting him back.
I don't know. I think it's too damaged for him to go back. I don't think he'll be back with the Steelers.
Yeah, the chemistry between him and all the rest of the locker room It's not good at this point.
Which I think that really started with the Le'Veon Bell situation. I mean, I'm totally on Le'Veon Bell's side here. Okay, you when you draft a player, you draft that player to be the franchise, and he's busted his butt off, led the league in rushing a couple times. One of the best running backs at receiving the ball, catching it, making something happen. A really true one of the best running backs I've seen play in my lifetime. And for you not wanting to pay this man is ridiculous. He's earned it.
Exactly.
And I don't get the whole mindset. I'm not playing a player you draft.
Dude, he's like a 92 overall, man. Like, come on, man.
And
Talk about real life.
him and AB close, man, and that's his buddy. Antonio Brown got paid, so I mean, I don't understand the Steelers thinking with this whole situation.
Now, just to let you all know, I am a Steelers fan, but I definitely see where Andrew's coming from with Le'Veon Bell not getting paid. I'm totally on Bell's side.
Please call me Drew or Ozzy.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm totally on Drew's side.
Or Daddy.
Yeah. I'm totally on his side with this, and I mean, Brown's the same thing at wide receiver. He's the only wide receiver with 6 straight 100 catch seasons. That's a big milestone in someone's career.
Yes. I lost all respect for the Steelers with what they did to their teammate with the national anthem when they all sat in the locker room.
Whoa, we're not talking about national anthem.
And we're not let their one ex-military guy go out there.
That's because he was in the army, Lucas.
Yeah, no, that was messed up.
That was.
You never leave your teammate out there alone.
Stop. We don't get political here on this channel at all. We don't talk about national anthems. We don't talk about players who are in the league taking kneels. We don't talk about kneels. We don't talk religion. We don't talk race. We talk sports.
All right, so we're at the 57-minute mark, close to an hour. So, we can say a couple more things on Antonio Brown and the whole situation if you guys want. If you guys haven't got everything out you want to say, but what's the one more topic?
Hold on. Are we done talking? Are we done talking? Why are you trying to? I told you before we got on this, don't rush it. And you're rushing. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna.
Okay, well, you
slap you in the face.
Stop cutting me off. Okay, all right. So
how's it going, peeps?
We'll finish up on the Antonio Brown situation, all right? And then we'll end it up. We'll end the podcast here. And
we still have a topic.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get there. Okay, can we stop cutting me off?
I don't know why you're rushing.
We're gonna talk about players sitting out of the All-Star game.
Do you have to poop? Are you trying to hurry up so you can go poop?
I know he wants to play NHL. All right.
He never got to finish telling the story that he was trying to say.
On to the next topic. It's big in the NHL and NBA right now. Players are sitting out of the All-Star game to rest. What are your guys' takes on this?
You never got to let Luke finish trying to say what he wanted to say.
Well, he was trying to rush it, so I stopped him.
He's not going to talk anymore.
All right,
Luke, what?
Andrew, what's your?
All right,
Luke, all right. We'll let Luke finish. You have until the 59-minute mark.
We're not going to stay here for 15 seconds with him not talking. That's going to be awkward.
Are you still doing your podcast?
What? Who was that?
All right. That was nobody.
Lucas.
So, if Luke's not going to talk, we'll head on to the next one.
All right. So, players sitting out for the All-Star game.
What's your take on that?
Look, it's an honor to be a part of the All-Star game. Not many people get to be it in their career. So I feel like you need to play. You don't need to play hard because the game doesn't mean nothing. But you need to show up and play, man. It's kind of disrespectful to the game and to the fans that you're not playing. Because they vote for you.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like a spit in the face. So yes, they need to play in the game,
especially in the NHL right now. Carey Price, he's a goalie for the Canadians, and he said he's sitting out to rest. Now, my thinking right now is that if you're a goalie, you don't need to rest much. You rest for half the game. And sitting out to rest for an excuse is not a good one.
I just feel like the players nowadays are just drama queens, and they don't have the love for the game as people from a few years ago had. To be honest with you, I really don't. I feel like most of it at this point, when they get good, that they're just here for a paycheck. And why would they risk getting hurt in an all-star game? It's gonna hurt their paycheck, whatever. I don't like it.
I mean, like you said, they don't have to play hard or anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't go to your stats. It's a game for fun.
I don't get it, dude. I would be honored to be called an all-star.
I mean, undoubtedly, if I was voted by my fans to be put in the all-star game, I would play.
Luke, don't say anything if you agree with everything we just said. Beautiful. They don't call him the best podcaster in the world for nothing.
All right. Well, is that all our topics for this podcast?
Well, Luke
wanted to tell some funny stories.
He had some funny stories, and I think Connor may have ruined those funny stories for everybody.
I'm sorry. They'll pop up on the next one, all right?
Oh, hold on. Let's see. I can hear him moving. I feel like he's trying to think of something to say, but he's getting cold feet because he doesn't want to
feel like he's crying.
I feel like he's breathing really heavily through his nose, like it's whistling. Oh, he's dropping his phone.
I think he is punching his phone at the moment.
Maybe he's seen a spider.
And now he's laughing, so...
Okay, you want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I when you guys cut me off, I turned my phone volume all the way down. I only go to one when I'm on the podcast. I put it under my chair. I was like, no, I'm just going to play some Xbox. So, I go to just, like, load some WWE real quick. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to play. And I hear Connor go, is that all the topics we have? So I pick up my phone from under my chair, and I go, Andrew goes, I can hear him breathing. And like I was trying not to laugh, so I muted my mic and started laughing. And then I realized that I'm not on my mic. So
oh my god, what a moron.
Mute the Xbox mic.
I need you
here, though, dude.
and try not to.
Look, come on, we have time for some stories.
Luke, I need you. I cannot end the first ever Penalty Box podcast without the Kablamo story.
Oh,
the Kablamo story.
Yes,
dude,
please tell the Kablamo story.
You have to.
Please.
If you get famous, you're going to get famous for this story. This is going to be your I'm the machine.
I don't know that that's so much a good thing.
Right. All right.
That's not a bad thing. Hold on. I'm going to take a shot of Fireball for this for you, Luke. Hold on. Let me open it up. This video is also sponsored by Fireball. Shout out to Fireball.
It is
Shout
not sponsored.
out to Fireball, Fireball, Bud Light, and Anchor. You guys are the real MVPs of my life tonight. And
making this podcast.
Go ahead.
Making this podcast available to you guys.
All right. Bottoms
especially
up.
Anchor.
Bottoms up, boys.
All right.
This is to you guys. Thank you for a good night. Oh.
Sound like Santa Claus there.
Ooh, that's you.
Here we go. The Kablamo. So, Drew, how old do you think we were? I know I wasn't very old.
Oh, God.
10, 11 maybe. Because I know I didn't have a smartphone yet. I still had a...
I'd probably say around that ballpark. I may have been 12 or 13.
Yeah, all right. So, we used to go camping with our grandparents at least once a year for like a couple weeks. And this time we decided to go up north to a place called Cadillac. and we went up there, and we went to Burger King. I remember getting Burger King, and I ate it, and it was so good. But I think since this point, I haven't enjoyed Burger King for like a really long time. I still don't really like Burger King that much. And we ended up going to the store with our grandma. Now, our grandma would always like get us stuff, and she was really like that. You know, she was a big gift giver, and she still is. So, Harley, shut up. So we went to go look around the store, and I was talking to him. I was like, "Yo, dude, I got to poop." And he was like, "Yeah, I got to poop too." So we asked our grandma.
Okay, well, you gotta tell me what we got from Burger King. We both got Whopper meals, large, with 2 Hershey pies. And, to top it off, we got the, I'm not sure what flavor.
Wait.
We got the slushy, the Slurpee things, too.
Wait, the Hershey pie wasn't the top off?
All right. So, yeah, we had all that. So we had a lot of food. And so we're at the Walmart or Meijer. I think it was Meijer.
It was Meijer.
And we were like getting stuff for like a fire and just like camping stuff that you get, right? And we're like, all right, Grandma, come go to the bathroom. She's like, yeah, I was right around there. You know, go be safe or whatever. So we go over there and we get in the bathroom and there's 2 stalls. And we're like, oh, okay, sweet, dude. We can both take a dump in unison. And I remember, you know, we sit down. And we're just guys being dudes. You know, we're just pooping.
Now we're in stalls right next to each other, so we can hear each other. Like we're right next.
Yeah, we can hear each other. I remember we were texting each other.
You can hear the plop.
Well, hold on,
yeah, we were
Connor,
just texting each other like, "Hey man, what's
don't
up?
check.
Your poop going good?" And yeah, my poop's going good. Your poop? He's like, yeah, my poop's going pretty good. I wish I still had those texts, but so eventually it comes around to the point where my stomach is just killing me. I'm still on the toilet, man, and it's not coming out very nice. And I feel like, so you know, like when you poop, like you have that feeling like you gotta push it out.
Yes.
Right? So I had like a fart on the toilet, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fart. And okay, I'm not exaggerating. I was young, but I farted, and a volcano eruption had happened out of my butthole. It was so powerful, it flew me off of the toilet seat, and this poop was coming out the whole time. And it's loud too. It's like because it was super loud. It was insanely loud. I flapped the toilet seat. Shit is still coming out of my ass, just flowing in the toilet. And then I come back down.
Okay. You didn't do it enough justice, dude.
No, trust me.
Okay.
I come back down and I crash, and as soon as I kablamo, right, some dude comes in there and he goes, "Oh my god!" I can see him cover his nose.
Okay, you still didn't do enough justice. The sound this thing made sounded like someone put a bunch of C4 into the toilet, like more than one C4, and blew it up.
Very good. Wow, no exaggeration here. This is a 100% true story. No fabrication. Flew up and I have proof because I came down on the toilet seat. Somehow no poop got on the toilet seat. I have no idea how. And I crashed down on it. And the next second later I get a text from Andrew and it says, "Dude, are you okay?" And then,
I thought you might have dropped a lung or something in there, dude.
I was like, yeah, I think so. I just flew off the toilet seat. He was like, "What? You flew off the toilet seat?" I thought I heard something.
I thought he got shot for all I knew. Sounded like someone shot a shotgun.
It was, and then it's been a story that I've told the story 100 times, 100 different people, and it's definitely a great story. And it was great.
Dude, that poor guy, dude. I just want to know what he was thinking because, dude, it was legitly as soon as he stepped into the bathroom, dude, that's the first thing that he heard. And then after that, dude, he walked straight out.
He didn't even use the bathroom. He was like, "Oh God."
What if he's never gone to another Myers bathroom ever since then?
I think
What if he's had nightmares about
bathrooms as much anymore?
I feel like you guys scarred him for life.
Dude, that was the greatest day ever in poop history. Not as much as the time in Florida.
Another story for another podcast. We're at the 69-minute mark. This has been a pretty good starting episode. Did you guys agree?
Oh, you're not gonna tell the story? Okay. What?
No.
Are you just gonna cut me off for my story?
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, it's an hour and 9, almost 10 minutes. I think this is a good length for it.
I was
think
planning to go 1:30, but okay.
Too bad.
All right, if you guys want to wrap it up.
20 more minutes. That's a lot.
Don't you guys think it's a good place to wrap it up?
Was it?
I mean, I was gonna tell a story, but okay.
Tell a story. Let's see if we can get to a minute or an hour 15.
Okay, cool with that. Hour 15.
Yeah,
we'll wrap it up.
Fine.
So can I tell the Florida story, Luke?
Yeah, go for it.
You're cool with that?
Yeah.
All right. So we took a family.
To be honest, I don't think Connor's ever heard this story, so this should be interesting.
Oh,
I have not.
You haven't heard this story? Oh,
I have
all
not.
right, Connor. Listen up, dude. This is hilarious. Okay. So we took a family vacation. It was me, Luke, my brother, my dad and my mom, and my grandma. Okay. And we all go down to Florida, and we stayed at 2 hotels. We switched swap because that was scheduling. But the first one had a pool outside, and we went there during the wintertime. So, I mean, it was like between 40 and 50 degrees every day there. Compared to where Michigan was, it was pretty warm. So, I don't know what happened, but our mom, our dad, and our grandma, I think they went out to lunch or dinner or something. We weren't really hungry or something. Or because they were down there for business.
Yeah, because that was.
And they were all out there. So me and him decided to just go down to the pool. I don't think Grandma went. I think she just went somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we're out there in the pool. And
Did they go to the bar?
Maybe. But anyway, we go to the pool, and the pool is freezing. Like we tried going in there, and we really didn't want to go in there. I think maybe Luke jumped in there because he was crazy. But I had to have my feet in the water, dude. And that was good enough for me. So he comes up to me, and he's sitting next to me. But we'll have our feet in the water. We're just talking like we are right now. Just having a good time. And he goes, "Oh, no." I go, "What?" He's like, "I got to poop." And I go, "We'll go poop." He's like, "Dude, I can't move. Dude, if I move, I'm going to poop."
Let me just explain this really quick. Dude, it was usually I can hold my poop pretty well. Like I'm doing it right now. But dude, like it was so hard to just like hold in, like you know how like when you're like at the verge and you're like gonna shit your pants and you have every muscle in your body just holding it in, man. Your face muscle, like
I hate when that happens.
You just won't move anything because
you turn into Wolverine.
Yeah, dude, and it's just gonna come out, and it was like the worst I've ever had.
Dude, let you guys know, me and Luke have belly techniques. When we were kids, when we had to poop when we were playing, we would not poop. We would practice like belly meditation just not to poop. And we haven't done this in years, and he's trying to unleash all that here. So we get to this point. He doesn't want to move because he's going to crap himself. And I think maybe he sneaks a fart in, and I convince him to go back up. And I don't even know if I convinced him to go back to our room, our hotel room.
Dude, you kept making me laugh.
I did, because I was trying to make him crap himself, dude. I did. I was cracking jokes. I was trying to tickle him, dude. I was trying to make him crap himself. But I finally convinced him to go back up to our hotel room. There was just a bathroom right around the corner. So he gets up, and the pool's outside. You have to go back inside. And he opens the door and closes it. And I kid you not, no more than 2 minutes later, he comes out here. He goes, "Drew." I go, "Yeah." He's like, "You gotta come see this." I go, "Oh man, what happened?" And he was so embarrassed, bro. Like he didn't want to tell me. I'm like, all right, man. I was like, because at first I was skeptical. I was like, I don't want to go. I opened the door, dude. Within 2 to 3 steps of opening the door, dude. There's this little dinky turd on the floor. My man crapped his pants, bro. Dude, the turd's on the floor, dude. I'm like, oh my god. Dude, he's like, what do we do? Dude, I'm like, dude, I don't know. Let's go back up to the hotel room. I got the key. Let's go back up to the hotel room. So we go back up to the hotel room. He goes in the bathroom. He takes a shower. He changes. He washes his swimming trunks. I'm like, all right, that was crazy. Now, he threw the swimming trunks on the bathroom floor. So the bathroom floor is soaked. And we don't see this. But he gets cleaned up. He washes his drawers. And we go back down to the swimming pool just to hang out. Because, I mean, who wouldn't? So we go back down there, dude. We were only gone for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We go back down there, dude, and the turd's gone. Poor Consuelo had to pick up crap on the carpet, dude. It was like a little chihuahua turd. So make the longer story short. Okay, we're down with the pool. Our grandma comes back out there. And no more than she's out there, we're hanging around for a minute. We go back up to our hotel room, maybe get ready for dinner. And our mom and dad goes in there and they go, "Why is the floor wet?" And we're like, "What?" They're like, "Bathroom floor is soaked." And look, I don't remember what happened from that point. Did we tell them then what happened?
No. I didn't know for a couple of years, man.
But, dude, you should have seen the turd, dude. That was the funniest looking turd I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we made it to an hour and 15.
All right, peepulation. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the first ever Penalty Box podcast. It means so much to all of us. We put so much time and effort into thinking about all these topics. I had a blast talking about this. I'm feeling really good, maybe because it's from all the alcohol. But I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully this has a good turnout. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys are still watching this for some ungodly reason, I don't know why you're still here. But I appreciate you guys being here. So comment down below what was your favorite part about this, and what do you guys want us to talk about in the next podcast? Give us some topics that you guys would like to hear us talk about. We'll talk about anything except politics. We don't mess with that stuff. But again, my Twitter and Instagram will be in the description. Do you guys want me to plug your social medias?
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
Not this time. Not this time. You guys want to plug anything at all? This is your perfect opportunity to.
Well, again, none of this would be possible without Anchor. So we thank them for...
Connor, I'm going to say this right now. You're going to blow up and be famous, and you're going to be a little ad whore. I can see it right now.
Connor's already selling out, man.
You haven't even got paid yet. You're doing stuff way above and beyond.
Hey, I'm just saying, if we didn't have Anchor, we wouldn't be doing this right now.
Hey,
we'd be on Google Hangouts, okay?
Shout out to Coke and Pepsi. Without you guys, I would be thirsty all the time.
Hey, I've got Gatorades here too.
The place I work, Subway.
Shout out to Xbox and PlayStation. Without you guys, I would be bored. Shout out to Netflix and Hulu. Without you guys, I would be even more bored. And shout out to Tinder. Without you guys, I would be jerking off every night. Shout out to Pornhub. With you, I would not be jerking off every night.
All right, and that's where we're going to end this one.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again for joining.
Drew signing off.
Thank you guys so much again for joining. We appreciate it. Again, show us some love in the chat. Again, the plan is to do this at least once a week. I'm not sure how well we're going to follow through on that. Just some of our scheduling conflicts between work just might get in the way.
It might not be Friday every time.
Well, we're recording Friday. I'm not going to upload until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we might not upload Saturday every time. Our plan is to upload at least once a week. The goal here is to make a Penalty Box channel on YouTube, so that way I can still continue my stuff on my own channel and help this channel grow and help really Luke and Connor get put on the map of doing YouTube and just get their feet wet. Do you guys have YouTube channels you want me to plug or put in the description? Connor, I don't know if or Luke, you guys want to start doing YouTube?
Nope.
But okay.
Nothing
So
When I do,
I'm going to make a Penalty Box YouTube channel just for you guys, just to put all of our podcast on and anything else that we do together. So when I make that, I will put that in the description. But that's probably a little bit away from being made. But that's the goal overall, is to make that. So that way I can still do my independent stuff by myself. But until then, we will continue to do these. These will be, again, on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcast, along with YouTube. So be sure to get all of these. And if you're really interested in doing podcasts, it's really simple, man. All you need to do is Anchor. I know people use Google Hangouts.
Download the app.
But dude, this is easy. It really is. This is my first time using Anchor, and it's been huge. I've learned how to do everything in legit 5 minutes.
I mean, thank God they don't have a time limit on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally, if you're into that, do just live streams just for ungodly named dollars. So, Anchor, get Anchor. Without being drug out to too much. I mean, this is what, an hour, 20 minutes? I mean,
Hour, 20 minutes?
that's been drug out pretty far. That's pretty much all we got for you guys. So, guys, Luke, Connor, tell them how much this means to all you guys.
Well, we thank you guys so much. Hopefully this grows. We want it to grow. We want to do it every week for you guys. It's going to be amazing.
Help me quit my job. That's all I got. Luke, you guys anything before we leave?
I mean, yeah, man. Definitely means a lot to me. It's the first time doing something like this. And to be honest, I didn't really think I was going to enjoy it that much. But once we started getting into it, I know I had a blast, and it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it again next week.
And guys,
as long as I don't get cut off.
Sorry.
Like I just fucking did.
You paused. You can't pause. Continue. I'm sorry. I'll wait for you to give me.
I'm done now.
Okay. So, guys, just remember, this is the first ever podcast. It may have been cringy. We will get better in time. Again, this is our first time using Anchor. So, again, it will get better with time.
And now somehow this video won't record and we'll lose all of it. So
we might. But all right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Peace.